How to make mockup images 100 times faster in Photoshop. Sounds like some clickbait bullshit. Sounds like the type of thing somebody would just say in a YouTube title to get you to click on the video. But here in this video, that is quite literally what we're going to show you how to do. We're going to show you how to easily and quickly automate the creation of your mockup images. We're going to show you how to set up and optimize your files and your Photoshop so that it can crank out your mockups really fast. We're going to show you how to save an enormous shitload of time on this process. So instead of coming into Photoshop and individually creating your mockup images one at a time, we're going to show you how to just come into Photoshop, click a few things, and completely automate this entire process. Don't believe me? I'm just going to run a quick operation. I'm going to get this stopwatch set up here so that we can see how long it takes us to create 120 mockups. And go. We're going to come here, we're going to click run this now, and what this is doing is it's just automating the process for us. This input folder, it has 120 artwork images inside of it, and it's just cranking them out fast as shit. We're already halfway through. We're down to 60. We're up to 70 right now out of 120. Zoom in a little bit more. We're up to 90. We are up to 100. And just like that, we're at the end of the road. 120 images in 30 seconds. That's pretty fucking good right there. Considering that it would take me about 30 seconds to do one single mockup individually, I think I delivered on the claim that this video title makes. Just for the sake of comparison, let's have a little fun. We're gonna reset this bitch, we're gonna hit play, and I'm gonna see how long it takes me to manually create one single mockup image. And go. Alright, I'm gonna come here, I gotta double click this, I gotta get my artwork image, copy, come here, and save. Fuck. Alright, I gotta flatten this real fast. Flatten the image, save, this is saved, then I come back over here, this is good. Now all I gotta do is just come here, export this. I'll just do a quick export because we're in a hurry here. It's a room mockup, and I'm just gonna say astronauts on a skateboard, and boom. 26. So basically the same amount of time that it takes to create 100 images automatically, perfectly, with no errors, no typos, nothing. I was able to create one measly image. Now imagine if I have to come through and, you know, I got to do this for, instead of just one particular mockup template, what if I have, you know, different variants for the products, different room mockup scenes or whatever. If I'm coming through and doing, you know, 10 different mockup templates for 120 images, that's easily an all day long project. We're going to show you the wonderful glory and majesty of automating this in Photoshop. We're going to make your files lightweight, fast, and you're going to be able to blaze through this process with a few simple button clicks. So the starting point is using this Photoshop plugin here. It's called Batch Replace Smart Objects. This is something you can get from the official Adobe Exchange. You can find a link in the description or the comment section, and once you add it to Photoshop, it's really easy to use. There's this little top section here where you just set up your operations. You can either select an individual Photoshop document, or you can click this arrow and select an entire folder of PSD files to use. We're going to use just one single Photoshop document for this first operation. Come here to your PSD file folder, we'll select one of these room mockup scenes, and just like that, we've selected our mockup template. Input folder to use, that's going to simply be the folder of your artwork images. We're going to come here and select this cleverly and accurately titled folder. Lots of artwork images, select folder, and then output folder to use. That's going to simply be the folder where you export your final created mockup images to. That's really all this plugin requires. You just come here, set this up, click run this now, or alternatively you can save individual operations, just give it a name, click save, and it'll save whatever's up here. Or you can even chain together workflows that have multiple steps if you want to save multiple operations and run one after the other in a stepwise sequence. For our purpose, we're going to focus on using this plugin to create the maximum possible number of mockups as quickly as possible. So the first thing to note is the plugin runs faster if you have this checkbox deselected, stretch images to fit smart objects. Now this is a handy feature if you happen to know that there's going to be some variance in your input folder images. Now I happen to know that all of the images that I was using here perfectly fit the scene, so that's why I had this unchecked when I ran that first operation. But this is the generally recommended safe default setting. If you come here and select an image that doesn't actually fit the scene correctly, it's going to end up looking like shit, and so that's why it's generally recommended that you keep this checkbox enabled. If you happen to know, hey, all of the images in my input folder are the exact same size, aspect ratio, DPI needed to create perfect mockup images, if you leave this unchecked, it will allow the operations to run significantly faster. The reason reason for that is when you have this checked, there's a little intermediate step where it'll open the image, it'll resize it to the required size, and then it'll use that resized image in the smart object replacements and mockup export operation. So that's the first thing you can do. The second main thing is you want to optimize your mockup files for maximum speed. Now, the thing you'll notice about the mockup template that I'm using here is it's a really simplified mockup scene. It's really just the absolute bare bones minimum requirements to even be considered a mockup scene. There's the smart object, which is where your design goes. There's the texture and the overlay layer to give it a little bit of realism and texture and so forth. And there's just the background sort of mockup scene to show the environments. This is really about as simple as you can possibly get a mockup scene. And if you come here and look at the size, this is a really lightweight file that we're dealing with here. It's less than 3 megabytes. It's only 1000 by 1000 pixels. All of these optimizations are things that I did just to make it so that when I create the mockups using automation, it runs way faster and I can just crank them out with maximum throughput, maximum possible speed. I'm going to quickly show you how to do a couple of these things using a sweaty, complex file, which is sort of like the original mockup scene that you would get after you first download a file like this from the internet. So how am I going to shrink the file size down from this enormous one to the smaller one? It's actually really quite simple. Ready to get your mind blown? I'm going to come here, select all. I'm going to flatten the image so it's just one single background scene. Then I'm going to come here and I'm just going to resize. Well, first I'm going to crop it actually because I need square images. So I'm just going to go one by one for the final mockups. We want this little plant, a little bit of foliage action inside of the scene like this. It's a nice square image. And then finally, since the final images that I'm actually using on the website are only 1000 by 1000, there's not really any need for me to have this file be so massive. So I'm just going to come here and then I can just switch this to 1000, switch this to 1000. And just like that, we're already off to a pretty goddamn good start. And to really speed this up to the maximum, you'll want to do something similar with your artwork mockup itself. This was the original file here. If I open this up, it's 100 megabytes. It's a big ass image, lots of different smart objects, lots of action, a lot of stuff going on here. Really, you'll want to do a similar process with your mockup file. So what you'll want to do is we'll just copy the entire thing, drop it inside of here to set up our scene. And it's such a goddamn enormous thing that it's hard to even track it down. So I have to drop it in here, work our way through it. There it is. There's the little snake in the grass. Come here. 20, bring it in here like this. It's just such a goddamn big file that it's hard to even process. We'll just drop it in here like this. We'll just say maybe a little bigger. Yeah, that's basically what I ended up doing. It was something like this. So we'll just place it here like this, drop it in. So it's a little tricky because when you shrink down a mockup scene that contains a smart object, you're going to have to fiddle with this real quick to make sure that it looks right. So we'll just drop an image in to show you what I'm talking about. We'll disable this layer mask real fast. As you can see, it's a little too big for the scene, so we'll shrink it down. 60, 66, 67. Actually, that's perfect. We'll just say 67. So that should be good now. So now if I go replace content with one of these, haha, success. So now we're getting close to what we need. Overlay layers, we do want to keep that because it adds some realism, especially if you zoom in, you want to have a bit of texture and stuff. We're just going to leave this, some simple overlay layers. That's fine. It's not going to add much weight to the file, so we'll just leave it as is. This stuff, different frames, different stuff like this. Really, for the sake of this scene, I mean, all I need to do, change the color frame to a brownish one, and we're good. Just like that. I'm going to merge all of this. That's the frame. I can even merge this with this. And then really what we have is basically the same sort of simplified mockup that I have here. We just created it in real time. We just have the backgrounds. We have the smart objects. So really that's the process. You just take your background scene and you just merge the layers and just create a really fast, lightweight file for your particular mockup creation operations. So that's the setting up your mockup side of things. Now we're going to pop back over to this plugin and we're going to combine this powerful, really fast automation tool with our lightweight mockup file to just show you the process of doing this, using this tool and automating this process as quickly and easily as possible. There's even a way that you can save operations or save operations with multiple steps. So quite literally you can come here, click one button, automate this entire process with one button click in Photoshop. We'll pop back over. We're going to locate this file that we just created. It's going to be inside of here. Art Deco scene, that's the one. Input folder to use, we're going to pop over here to artwork images 1. I have 75 images inside of there. Stretch images to fit smart objects, we're going to uncheck that because all of them are the same size already. Even if you leave this checked, it's still automating the process, and it's not like you have to sit here twiddling your thumbs. Since it's automated, you can just click the button, walk away, go work on other stuff, whatever. Output folder to use, that's going to be where your final exported mockup images get saved to, so you just come here, output folder to use, final mockup images, select folder. JPEG save quality, PNG, this doesn't really affect the speed very much. I mean, maybe you could make an argument that PNGs at a high file size, maybe it's a little sweatier of a save operation. I mean, at that point, the optimizations are getting really minimal. I would just focus on the big picture. Number one, let's automate this using a simple automation plugin. And number two, let's ensure that our files are lightweight and at the optimal size with, you know, minimal extraneous layers. Everything is simplified down to the minimum. Really, if you just focus on that, I mean, that'll get you 90% of the way there. Now, we already ran the first operation from this builder screen, so we're going to save this. We're going to say arts deco mockup room 1. We'll save the operation. And so this really allows you to just push the time savings to the absolute maximum. Because let's say it's time to create a new batch of mockup images. Maybe you have an entire new folder of artwork images ready to rock and roll. Cool, you can just come here, click batches, come here, click run batch, and it'll create all the mockups for you, completely automated with one single button click. We'll open this up, take a look. It's up to 40, it's up to 50, it's up to 60, and it's already done. I mean, that was pretty fucking fast. Now, where you can really push the time savings to the maximum is using the workflows feature, which is where you can actually chain together multiple steps, and it'll just iterate through one operation, complete that, move on to the next operation, complete that, and so forth for however many steps you have in your workflow. Maybe instead of creating one particular mockup, maybe you have this entire suite of PSD files. You know, you have the variants here where you have the different product options, where they have the plain canvas, and then maybe you have the different variants and so forth, and also you have different mockup scenes showcasing the artwork mocked up in different environments. So there's actually two ways to do this. You can use the workflows feature where you individually set up the steps, or alternatively you can click this little arrow here to toggle a different mode, which allows you to select an entire folder of PSD files to use. This workflows feature gives you a little more fine-tuning if you're pointing to different folders, you're using, you know, different input folders for different pairings and whatever. This allows you to have more control over each particular step. But if you know, hey, I just have 9 different mockup templates that I'm using to create the artwork images for, you can just come here, folder of PSD files to use, find the folder, locate, and select folder, just like that. Input folder to use, once again, you'll just select your artwork images like so. Output folder to use, we'll go ahead and select that, uncheck this, and you can run this now in real time, or you can do create my canvas art mockups. Save the operation, just like that. You can come over here when it's time to create some mockups, click the button, and it'll automate the entire process for you. So I'm gonna run this real fast. I'm gonna show you how it works in this mode. We'll just sort of talk through what's going on. Run batch, and it's doing it for us. So what it does is it starts with the first PSD file in your folder, and for each one of the artwork images inside of your input folder, it'll create the mockup, it'll export it, it'll basically replace the smart object, and once it's done, it'll move on to the next one. As you can see, it just skipped on to number 2, and this is now creating all of the mockups for the black framed artwork. And we're good to go. 675 images created. This operation is completely finished. It just automated the entire process for us. One cool thing about this plugin, it also groups all of the images by file name. So this is useful if you need to just pass these along to the next step in the workflow. You know, attach these to an email. Maybe you're on a product page for an e-commerce store and you got to drop them in. That makes it pretty handy to just come in here and process your images. As you can see though, we had 75 different artwork images, 9 different mockup templates, 675 total images created. You can imagine if we were doing this manually, one at a time, it would be an insanely slow and boring process. 675 times, what was it, 27 seconds? How long would that have taken? 27.60 seconds times 675 images, 18,630 seconds divided by 60 seconds in a minute. That would have taken us 310 minutes or 5.18 hours. I don't know about you, but the idea of spending 5.18 hours creating mockup images one at a time in Photoshop does not sound like a very tantalizing proposal to me. Me personally, call me old-fashioned, I would prefer to open up Photoshop, click one single button, and automate this process. The workflows feature, this gives you a little more fine-grained control over the individual operation steps. We'll come here, create a new workflow. Maybe you're a freelancer and you create mockup images for your client. So we could say make all client mockups, save, that's the name for our workflow, and then, you know, maybe Mr. Jenkins uses mockup number 1, and Mr. Jenkins has his own dedicated folder, his own dedicated output folder, whatever it is. mockups for Mr. Whoopsie, how the fuck did I get there? Mockups for Mr. Jenkins, exclamation points. And that one is set up like that. And maybe Mr. Henderson is a little pickier. He wants high quality PNGs. He, of course, uses a different PSD file. He's got his own dedicated input folder, obviously. And of course, you don't want to mix Mr. Henderson and Mr. Jenkins mockups. That would be no good. So we're going to make a different folder name for Mr. Henderson and mockups for Mr. Why the fuck is it doing that? Mr. Henderson. Probably some weird Photoshop keyboard shortcuts. Mockups for Mr. Henderson. So what that allows you to do is basically each one of your steps corresponds to just one saved operation. All of the individual settings, the particular folder paths, the particular file type, compression settings, whether you want to stretch images to fit the smart object or not, whatever particular settings each individual operation has set up, that'll be step 1. Then once that's done with the entire operation, it'll move on to step 2, step 3, and so forth for however many steps you have in your saved workflow. Once again, same idea here. Instead of spending hours of time doing the boring, grueling work, replacing the contents, doing this, going file, going export, if I can even fucking find it, come here, blah, 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 type the stuff, save it for 675 images for 5.18 hours. Instead, the idea is come here, satisfy Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Henderson equally by clicking one single button. So one more thing to note about this automation plugin is obviously all of the mockup templates I used in these demos were simplified. They just had one single smart object. If you happen to have more complicated, sweaty files where there's multiple different smart objects, you just want to make sure that your target smart object layer that you want to replace is highlighted and selected in the layer stack. Because if it's multiple smart objects and you try to come here and set up an operation, what do you think will end up happening? Absolute mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. That's what'll happen. No, what it'll do is it'll just give you a little error message. It'll say there are multiple smart objects found in the documents, but none are selected. You fucking idiots. No, it doesn't say that last part. Please select the smart object layers you'd like to run the batch replacement operation on. So all you need to do is come here, select the layer, and then it'll know, hey, that's the smart object he wants us to use. Cool. And then you can click run this now and it'll run the operation accordingly. What happens if I select multiple smart object layers, you might ask? Once again, absolute mayhem. No, what the plugin will do in that case is it'll simply replace both of your smart objects with the current image from the input folder, and then it'll export the mockup with both of your smart objects replaced with the artwork image. Doesn't really make sense in this use case because, I mean, it's just one on top of the other. But if you have a scene where maybe it's like a couple different business cards laid next to each other or whatever it is, and you want the same image inside of it, you can just select multiple smart objects and it'll run the operation accordingly. Anyway, batch replace smart objects, that's the name of the plugin. You can find a link in the description or the comments section. Add it to Photoshop, streamline your files, and instead of wasting hours of time doing the boring, repetitive work of creating mockup images one at a time in Photoshop, you can instead click a few things, set this up, and save an enormous amount of time by quickly and effectively automating this process. Hope you found this helpful. Make sure to drop a like and comment for that YouTube algorithmic engagement action. That's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later.